welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about how I was able to lose 70 pounds and keep it off while eating tons and tons of carbs. If you're new to my channel, this is where I share with you my weight loss journey. I used to be 70 pounds heavier than I am today. I was pre-diabetic, had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, a bunch of health issues, but I was able to lose the weight and reverse my health issues on a plant-based diet. So I'm gonna show you how I did it. As always, if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me there because that is where I post tons and tons of content and tips and tricks for you guys. And my weight loss guide and cookbook, Plan to Fully Lean, is available now on Amazon if you've missed it. So make sure you check it out. This is where I show you the plate building method that I use to help me lose 70 pounds and keep it off without counting calories. But I do include the calories and macros for all 129 recipes in my book. There's pictures for every single recipe and a really detailed guide portion to help get you started so that you can lose weight and keep it off. And I will have that linked for you guys below. Okay, so a little backstory on me is that I struggled for a really long time to get my health and my weight under control. My weight teetered between 189 and 194 pounds. I'm petite, I am barely 5'4". If you measured me, I'm probably more like 5'3" and 3/4. But I was pre-diabetic, had high blood pressure, high triglycerides, high cholesterol. I was having a bunch of female hormonal issues. I was having thyroid issues. And no matter what diet or exercise regimen I tried, I just couldn't make any real sustainable progress. Every time that I would lose 10, 15, even 20 pounds, I couldn't sustain it. So through a long chain of events, I eventually found my way to the work of some very prominent medical doctors and their advice for lifestyle and nutrition, and it has completely changed my life. Okay, so we all know that really any diet, if we stick to it and create a calorie deficit, you can lose weight. But I wasn't looking just for weight loss because I could eat donuts all day and make sure I was in a calorie deficit and still lose weight, but my health wouldn't be good. And I wasn't gonna be okay with that. I was definitely looking to improve my overall health, not just what my waistline was doing. You know, as I said, I had tried a lot of things. I've been low carb for a very long time and was trying to exercise vigorously and really, make sure I was getting in high protein, high fat, low carb foods. And I would manage to lose up to 20 pounds at a time, but my blood work would never improve. And in fact, my health just continued to decline. My numbers would get worse and my blood work just continued to look worse and worse over time. So I was obviously really frustrated. So I just started doing tons and tons of research. I read stacks of books. I listened to hours and hours of lectures by medical doctors that were promoting a plant-based diet for health and weight loss. So long story short, I decided to dive in. I had nothing to lose. I was gonna commit to this new way of eating and just see how things would play out. So I ended up finding myself on a high carb, low fat, plant-based diet based on all of the research that these amazing medical doctors had done, plus their 30+ years of experience treating their patients and helping them turn their lives and health around. So I was definitely hesitant about going high carb, low fat because I was pretty much the exact opposite of what I had been doing for so many years. But I found incredible doctors like Dr. Neal Barnard, who's the world's leading expert in diabetes research. I found the amazing Dr. Mcdougall, Dr. Joel Fuhrman, Dr. Michael Greger. There's so many doctors that are doing such amazing work and helping so many people and have been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years. And I just never heard this information before. So in the description box, I will link for you guys some of my favorite doctors, some lectures by them, and some other resources so that you guys can go listen to the doctors themselves tell you all of this information so then you can form your own opinions around it and decide if this is something that you want to try or continue doing. Okay, so back to eating high carb, low fat. I was absolutely terrified because, like I said, it's the exact opposite of what I had been doing for years and everything that you are told when you hire a personal trainer or when you look diet and nutrition up. Everything we're sold is that we should be eating a high protein, high fat, low carb diet for optimal health. So my experience with that was that my health continued to decline. However, I was still so nervous about starting to consume all of these carbs and eat low fat because I did not want to be gaining more weight. I didn't want my health issues to worsen. But in the end, after listening to all of this information and reading all of these doctors' books, I felt comfortable enough that I was going to give it a try, that I had nothing else to lose. Time to jump in and try something different. So naturally, as a Latina woman and diabetes being a very real issue for my people and myself being pre-diabetic, I was definitely nervous about eating all of these carbs and it worsening the insulin resistance that I was starting to experience. But after listening to Dr. Neal Barnard give many lectures on this topic, I felt much more comfortable with the idea of eating carbs and why it was going to work as long as I ate low fat. So I jumped in, I drastically reduced my fat intake. I had been cooking all of my food in either grass-fed butter or coconut oil or lots of olive oil. So I stopped doing that. I stopped cooking all of my food in oil. If I really needed something to have a little more crisp, I would lightly spray a little avocado oil on top and leave it at that. But I started sauteing my vegetables just in a pan. I didn't realize that you could do that and they would come out great. I started really paying attention to the fat content of the products I was buying. For example, pasta sauce, I was starting to realize that some sauces had 8 to 14 grams of fat for half a cup, and others had 0 to 2.5 grams of fat per cup. So I started making lower fat choices and finding sauces and other things that were either oil-free or very low in fat. I started learning how to make oil-free dressings so that I could enjoy all of the new vegetables and salads that I was eating because a girl needs her ranch dressing. I cannot live without ranch dressing. And you can find loads of free dressing recipes on my website. They're in my weight loss guide and cookbook, as well as my 28-day meal plans. And I'm always posting new recipes on Instagram as well. So I was making the conscious effort to eat as low fat as possible, and I started eating carbs. I started eating platefuls of pasta and bread. I was eating lots of rice and potatoes, and I was losing weight every week. And I also wasn't going to the gym anymore because I was so burnt out from all of the extreme exercise routines. All I was doing was taking a brisk 30 to 40 minute walk every single day. And week after week, I would get on the scale and I was out of my mind happy. I couldn't believe that this was happening. So after a few months of seeing consistent weight loss, I did hit a plateau because I was still consuming foods that were more refined and higher in calorie density. So I started cutting out the cookies and the crackers and the white bread and the plant-based cereal. And I started trying to eat more whole foods, the way foods are grown in nature. I started eating way more fruits and vegetables. And all of these foods are full of bulk, water, and fiber that help keep you full and satisfy you. They're full of nutrition and they're lower in calories. So my weight loss would start picking up again. I started to really incorporate the principles of calorie density to help me to keep moving through the plateaus that I would experience, which I did. I experienced many plateaus, but I just kept applying these principles and working through them to get all the way to the place that I am today. So in total, it took me about 14 months to lose the 70 pounds. And I will link some of my videos for you guys where I go over the principles of calorie density and how to arrange your plate and all those little tips and tricks that really helped me along the way. They're also all in my book.
And if you want to go more in depth, check out our Eat More, Weigh Less program. We're having our biggest sale ever. It is 70% off. It includes a detailed video course with 70 videos. It comes with a detailed ebook and access to our private online support community. It's a great deal.
So in a nutshell, the transition to a completely plant-based diet that is high carb and low fat is what helped me to be able to lose weight and keep it off. So all the wonderful foods that my diet is built around are now naturally low in calories. And when you apply the principles of calorie density and you keep the fat low, it makes it a lot easier to be able to create a calorie deficit so that you see weight loss while still being able to continue to eat a large quantity of food. So if you want to be able to continue to learn more, make sure you check out the videos from these amazing doctors that I'm going to be linking for you guys. Subscribe to my channel, check out my videos, follow me on Instagram, and check out my website. I have loads of free recipes there to help get you started and other free resources. All right, guys, that is it for me today. Make sure to keep this journey about health and not just about the skinny. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.